The drama surrounding the Cleveland Browns has just escalated into one of the most explosive confrontations the NFL has seen in years. And at the heart of it is a player's family publicly exposing what they believe to be outright deception. For weeks, Browns fans watched the team spiral, the offense stuck in neutral, the quarterback room in flux, and a rising youngster sidelined with seeming disregard. But now, with his mother stepping into the spotlight and directly challenging head coach Kevin Stefanski's portrayal of events, the situation has crossed a line and entered no-return territory. The trouble centers on the youngest quarterback the Browns drafted, Shedeur, a 2025 fifth-round pick with high expectations and less opportunity than many believed he'd earn. When the team announced he would be inactive for the recent game against the New England Patriots, the official explanation was clear. Shedeur had reported back tightness during warm-ups and opted out for safety reasons. For the media, the narrative was tidy. The team did what was right, everything covered. But this morning, his mother, Pillar Sanders, took to social media to say the story was a lie. According to Pillar's post, her son had no back injury. He practiced all week. He was present, engaged, ready. He participated in every drill, looked sharp in each session, and believed he was set to play. Then the message came he wouldn't be active. No warning, no injury disclosures, just a sudden benching. The back tightness story, fabricated after the decision. A narrative constructed to justify a choice that had already been made. In effect, Pillar alleged that Stefanski and his staff lied to the public, to ownership, and to the player himself. That isn't just bad optics, it signals a collapse of trust. And in a league where reputations matter as much as performance, it may well redefine several careers. Inside the Browns facility, this is now no longer simply a matter of quarterback competition or lost drives. It is about integrity. Ownership, once distant from these kinds of public fights, now faces a crisis of credibility. If the head coach misrepresented a player's physical status for what appears to be strategic reasons, then Dustin's trust in the leadership is shattered. The front office has to ask itself, can you build a team when the heart of the team leadership is willing to mislead? Meanwhile, players who rely on truth and transparency now question what happens behind the closed doors when something this visible contravenes everything they believe. It's tearing at the fabric of the locker room. For Shedeur, the fallout is immediate. The young quarterback wanted a chance. He trained, he prepared, he waited. And when that chance was taken away under the cover of a lie, if Pillar is correct, then his career trajectory takes a hit not due to injury, but due to something far more malicious: disregard and misrepresentation. If other teams see the back injury line tied to his name, they may discount him for durability. If the Browns let this slide, they risk losing a young talent who might decide to go somewhere that values truth. Either option is a loss. Either way, a chapter of the Browns' saga closes unfavorably. As for the coaching staff and ownership, the finger points inward. The coaching decision may have been defensible in isolation. Maybe the staff felt Shedeur wasn't ready. Maybe the matchup dictated the grade. But obscuring the truth takes the decision into a darker zone. Lying publicly about injury status isn't an error, it's a breach. The only way forward is transparency, but for the Browns that means risking everything. Admit the narrative was false and the coach's credibility vanishes. Stand by the story and you're left with a mother, a family, the public, and the national media all calling foul, and that is not a minor distraction. That is pivotal. From the outside looking in, this may read like one player's challenge for playing time. But make no mistake, it is far more than that. It is a microcosm of accountability in sports. It's about how organizations treat their young athletes, how teams paint their reality for the public, how coaches balance reputation, power, and perception. For Shedeur's family, this is a fight for truth and for a career. For the Browns, it may be a fight for identity, leadership, and survival in a league that rewards transparency and punishes spin. The turbulence won't fade quietly. Social media is alight, hashtags and commentaries now circling ownership, coaching decisions, and player treatment. If the Browns do not act swiftly and decisively, the damage will deepen. The media storms, the internal fractures, the fan disillusionment all escalate. The Sanders family has clearly signaled they won't drop this. And when the family of your quarterback vows to keep pushing, everyone in the building should listen. Ultimately, whether this comes down to paperwork, evidence, or outright admission, the question remains the same. How will Cleveland respond? Will they protect the status quo or demand accountability? The Browns stand at a crossroads. The consequences of either path will reverberate beyond one game or one player. Because if this becomes a precedent where injury narratives are manipulated, trust erodes league-wide. And for Shedeur Sanders, it's no longer about whether he plays, it's about whether he's treated with dignity. If you found this deep dive into the Browns' unfolding meltdown insightful, hit the like button, subscribe for more high-impact sports stories, and tell us your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Kevin Stefanski and the Browns organization should be held accountable for misrepresenting Shedeur's injury? Or is this just another messy coach vs. player moment blown out of proportion? Let us know. We'll be reading every response.